Hi, this is Dean Graziosi, and welcome to the weekly blog. I have a couple different things I want to go over today. One is, in the next week or two, I'm going to do a monthly live training call. And here's the thing, I always have amazing topics, and we always get great feedback, and I'll probably have a guest on the line, maybe one of my top success trainers up at the Success Academy, or I'll grab one of our successful students, get on the phone with me, and we'll share some great information. But literally, I was at my desk earlier today writing down different topics I wanted to cover, and if you've never been on one of our conference calls, we train for an hour. We give away wisdom, capabilities, direction, confidence to get you excited and get you engaged, plus gives you the information to get out there and do it. But I have like 5 different topics that I've been thinking of. So here's what I'd love for you to do. Why don't you list a couple things below? List a thought you have of what you'd like me to cover. Do you want me to cover, deeper on finding cash buyers, on finding motivated sellers, on assignments, on how we put it all together, how to use total view real estate, or how to use the internet or Craigslist? Anyway, write some things below, and we'll grab your thoughts, and we'll pick a couple of the subjects, and we'll make sure we cover it. Be on the lookout for an email from me letting you know when the conference call is. If you've never been on them, it's a bunch of great training for about an hour, and if you've been on them, you know exactly what you get, and we're going to do another one coming up here real soon. Okay, here's another lesson for today. What I know is there's a couple different kinds of people. There's people who like structure, and there's people who like variety. If you're the person that likes to drink the same cup of coffee and drive the same way to work every day, and you like being an accountant or a bookkeeper or a project manager where you follow processes, or you work on an assembly line, or you do the same thing every day and that feels good, well, that's awesome. Doesn't mean you're better or worse than anybody else. It's just awesome. It depends on how good you do that job, right? But that means that you might like more structure in your life. When you get instructions to put something together, you read step 1, 2, 3, you follow it the way you're supposed to. Now, on the other side, there's people that don't like the same thing every day. They like the variety. They like the spice of life. When they get directions to put something together, they just read what they can and bounce around from 1 to 5, number 7, just to get it done. Take a different way to work every day. Try different coffees. You don't drink the same Starbucks all the time. And at work, you love a challenge for something different. Now, guys, one doesn't make you more successful than the other. It's just a fact that there's 2 kinds of people. Which one are you? Well, here's what I know. We're taught in school to work on our weaknesses, and that's a bunch of BS. What I've realized in life, find out what you're good at and get amazing at it. Forget about what you stink at. Let someone else do what you stink at. So, the reason I'm sharing that, because I worked my whole life on trying to fix things I was bad at. I'm horrible with grammar. I spell terrible. My English is bad. I don't use huge words. Instead of trying to get better at that, what I got good at, or what I got great at, was being a real estate investor. What I got great at was motivating people like you. What I got great at was sharing what I learned with people like you so you can get the results you want. And you know what? I just want to keep getting better and better at being a real estate investor, a trainer, and a motivator. You know what? When I write a book, I hire an editor to clean up all my messes. He fixes the spelling, the grammar, and makes me look like I can spell really great. I don't want to get good at that. I can pay somebody to do it. So the reason I wanted you to think about if you're more of a structured person or somebody who likes variety, don't try to be the other one to a fault that you think, I'm weak, I can't do this, this is tough. If you're great at being the front person, you want to get out there and make deals and negotiate and meet a realtor and meet a banker and meet a seller and meet a buyer, and you're great at that, then do that and find someone, maybe partner with somebody, maybe your spouse, maybe somebody at work who's the structured person that maybe you could hand it off and they could create a process for you. Right? I know this sounds like money, but it's not, because maybe you need a partner, or maybe you like being structured and organized, but the thought of talking to a seller who's kind of in trouble would scare you. Well, find somebody who's outgoing and has no problem talking to anybody. Partner up with them, or give them a piece of the deal. So I just want to let you know, don't think your weaknesses are something that's going to hold you back. I was in special reading till 11th grade. You know what? Go to any bookstore in the country, you'll see 3 or 4 of my books on the shelves. That's a guy who's in special reading who can barely spell, because I worked at what I'm great at. My books are a message and a roadmap to make money with real estate. I'm not there to try to prove how great my grammar is or how great I am in English. What I want to prove is that your weaknesses can be handled by somebody else, and your strengths can go on to take you to any heights of success that you want. That's my message for today. Let me know what else you'd like me to discuss in an upcoming call, and I'll talk to you next week.